Hi! Following on from the previous video, I'm still working on this big green doily, and I'm now doing the next round, which goes all the way around the doily. I'm finally doing, see this round here? It's continuous and goes all the way around the whole circumference. So what I was thinking when I started this row was that it would mean refilling my shuttles very often because it's a very, very long round. So I thought, why don't I make the rings as self-closing mock rings? And that means by doing that self-closing mock rings are actually chains that are closed so that they become a ring. And this means that the thread for them comes from the ball. So if you're working from a ball and one shuttle, the thread for your self-closing mock rings, instead of coming all from your shuttle, will be coming from your ball. And I have twice as many stitches on my rings as I do on my chains, so just the stitches for the chains will come from the shuttle. I'm now back to between those semicircles, so you know where the two semicircles join. So there's only a very short chain between these two sections. Oops. So I'm going to make the chain, and again I'm making the chains unflipped with reverse order stitches. So there are just 4 stitches in this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and again I'm keeping this thread really taut so that my stitches don't flip. They are made by the shuttle thread wrapping around the ball thread, which is the core thread. And now I'm making the next ring, which will be attached here. So I don't need really to take it from around my hand because I'm carrying on as if it was a chain, but I'm going to make a loop on my shuttle thread and start making the stitches for the self-closing mock ring. So it's 2 stitches, 1 picot, 4 stitches, 2, 3, 4, and these are regular flip stitches. And now I'm going to join back to my doily here. Oops. I'm going to flip that out of the way so I have access to my stitches. And 5 stitches, 2, 3, 4, 5 decorative picots, 1 short one, 1 long one, 1 short one, 5 more stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 picot, that's going to be joined to later on, 4 stitches, 2, 3, 4, 1 small decorative picot, and 2 stitches. So you can see that's my self-closing mock ring, and it's just really a long chain, and I just pass my shuttle through the loop that I've left at the beginning, and then holding the stitches as best I can, there's quite a few on there, I'm going to pull so that the ring closes. Can you see it's starting to take shape? I'm going to go from above to hold my stitches. Keep pulling on your core thread, and there you have it. See, it looks like a nice ring really, doesn't it? Although it's a self-closing mock ring, which is a chain joined back onto itself. And then I'm going to continue with this, the chain between the self-closing mock rings. I do have to wind back my shuttle a little bit because I made it longer because of the loop that I was using on the self-closing mock ring. So I'm going to carry on with those unflipped stitches. 6 a picot and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 picot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I give them a little tug by holding my core thread and sliding them back to give them a nice curved shape. And I'm going to carry on with the next self-closing mock ring. So wrap as for a chain, pull a bit of thread from my shuttle, make a loop by holding it with this finger, and then start the first stitch. Make sure your first stitch is really close to your last one from your chain, so there's no gaps at all. 1, 2, then I let go of the loop. Once I've made the first half stitch, you can let go. A decorative picot, 4 stitches, 2, 3, 4, join to the previous self-closing mock ring, five stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then it's the decorative picots, 1 short one, 1 long one, 1 short one, 5 stitches, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 picot, 4 stitches, 3, 4, 1 picot, 2 stitches. And I'm going to close the self-closing mock ring by passing my shuttle through the loop, holding on to my stitches and pulling on the shuttle thread. I'm going to let go here just to help me hold on to my self-closing mock ring and pull until it has a nice shape. So that's it. Just a suggestion, something you might want to try when you're working on larger pieces. By making self-closing mock rings instead of regular rings, you are using all the thread from the ball, so that means you won't need to refill your shuttle. I was able to do more than half of the whole circumference of this doily without refilling my shuttle. I just had to refill it now. That's it. See you again soon. Bye bye.